Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey, Cappy, are you in bed? Have you even showered yet? No. Well, yeah, I am still in bed, and no, I haven't showered. And yeah, I am going to do this video from bed, because I fucking can. And, I just wanted to get all this I just wanted to get all this work done while I was in bed. Then I could go shower, and go hit the gym. Giving up on the booze again, like I said 14,000 times before, but this time we're doing it. I want to go run, get all my crap out of the way so I have like a fucking day off. That's all I wanted to do. So anyway, this is a video request, and if you have a request, it doesn't have to be video. It can be an email or something. Not phone. Don't call them. I don't call people anymore. I got one guy I did a phone consultation with. The guy hasn't stopped fucking calling me. So we'll do Skype. I'll charge you an arm and a leg. But anyway, you can contact me at assholeconsulting.com and send me your request there. Dear Captain Asshole, I'm a big fan of your videos and agree with the points you make on various topics. This is a request for a video where you share your opinions and advice on first even finding job opportunities openings in today's competitive labor market. 2 methods I've been told to use. Some people tell me to go cold calling and ask Mr. Dipshit McFuckface if Dipshit McFuckface LLC is hiring at the moment, to stand out and show that you really, really want to work there and by G golly willikers. But in my experience, most employers don't accept or respond to unsolicited material or inquiries other than retail and food service. Others recommend going only through job boards / online postings, etc. However, even this has its limitations, since there are companies that do not publicly post job openings. Is there any correct way to find job openings nowadays, or is it all a crapshoot all around? Any thoughts on this would be appreciated. Thank you, Mike. To answer, the short version is yes, it's a crapshoot all around. I mean, the jobs I got, and I think this is true of most people. I haven't done a fucking survey, but at least 60%, the majority of the jobs I've gotten, I had no fucking idea how I got them. They were not through traditional apply. Somebody knew something. Shit, the guy that had me hired out in Wyoming, he just called me out of the fucking blue. And so you have all these options. Recruiters. You could go to the company and apply directly. Indeed.com, job boards, LinkedIn, all this other shit. And there is no right or wrong way. But let's do this, because I think instead of me telling you specific things what to do, let's analogize it to something that you're already doing, you're already intricately familiar with, because the two parallel each other almost identically, and that is getting girls. The parallels between trying to find a job and getting a girl are almost identical on every level. They have all the power, they got the pussy, the corporations have the jobs. You want the pussy, they don't need you, they got 1,000 fucking suitors coming up to them, and they get to be picky, choosy cunts. I mean, they even hire women to determine who to hire and who not to have around with the HR ladies doing the first fucking interview. So, what are some lessons we could pull from that? Well, one thing, I'm a big fan of, well, it's not a big fan, it's true. I'm a big fan of saving time. And I think it's more of a spray and pray type of approach. If you go, like, I fucking hate brass ring. Fucking hate it. And if you know what brass ring is, if any of you have applied for a job, you haven't applied for a job, this is where you go online and you fill out this fucking 40-page motherfucking form, and then you gotta fill in your information 3 times over, even though you just filled it out on the previous page before, for one fucking job. And you can easily spend 30 minutes applying for a job. Now, the arrogant, cocky, picky, snooty, elitist corporate fucks will say, well, if you're not willing to spend 30 minutes filling out an application, you really don't want the job. No, I don't have 30 minutes to fill out an application. Or you fill out all this information, you parse it into the fields, and then you attach your resume anyway. It's Fuck you. You have the text recognition software that if you're going to scan your text fields, you can scan the goddamn resume in Microsoft Word or PDFs. So it is an arrogant, elitist, uphill battle group of fucks that you're going to have to deal with. And I can apply with Indeed. In other words, back when I was applying for jobs, I would only attach a resume. Standard kind of cover letter. I mean, even these elitist, arrogant, cocky fucks will say, well, you should spend just as much time on writing a cover letter as you do tailoring your resume. No one has time for that shit. So I would have kind of this policy that, look, in 30 minutes, I can apply for 10 different jobs. In the time it takes me to fill out one fucking Fortune 500 elitist, arrogant, cocky fuck company's brass ring application. So that's one thing that I would do. I'm only applying for this. The other thing, it also depends on where you are in your career. If you're like many of my listeners or readers, you're a younger fellow or lady, and you're just trying to get out of the house, you just need food, clothing, and shelter, you're not applying for the vice presidency position over at General Electric. You just need a job. So in that case, yeah, going directly to a place, saying, you got an application form I could fill out, call them up, say, are you guys hiring? I know it's a direct cold calling, but it's not, because a lot of these places are. Now, you wouldn't call up Medtronic. You wouldn't call up fucking General Motors. You're not going to call up a large company. You're going to call the company that's just down from where you live, so you can walk there, avoid a goddamn commute, get some shitty ass, maybe $10, settle for $8 an hour job. Just say, you guys got an application, fill it out, boom, you get this job. Okay, so that actually works more commonly with the smaller companies that do have a lot of walk-ins, have constant turnover, stuff like that, restaurants, bars, things like that. Sorry, I'm starting to have I should have ate before I did this video. I'm running on coffee. So that's if you're just willing to get food on the table. But as you start to apply in your careers, then you're going to have to change your strategies a bit. So, one, you go online, Indeed.com. There's a million different job boards, Monster.com. Again, now you're talking to a guy I haven't applied for a job in damn near 5 years, so I'm sure things have changed a little bit on terms of the internet. But job boards, filling these things out, attaching a resume, that's about it. If there's a job you desperately, really, really want, and it's at a company you really, really want to work for, although I don't know why you'd have any loyalty to any company for any reason, then maybe thinking about filling out, a brass ring for one of those jobs is what you can do. But otherwise, I won't do that. Recruiters. Recruiters are another, that's where I got probably a plurality of my jobs, for your contract gigs, your part-time gigs, and shit like that. Do they take a percentage of your income? Yeah, they take about 20 to 30% of your income. Not as a tax. They bargain you out at $25 an hour, but they only pay you $20. And that's how they make their money. And you know what? Even though it's a stabbing price, in my opinion, it's worth it. Because they're more proficient at it with you. They got clients lined up. You don't have to fill out that damn Talio brass ring. You don't have to deal with the HR cunt. You just, here's my resume. Go do the work for me. And then this frees you up to do, and you can have multiple people do multiple things. So I know different people have different philosophies about recruiters. Like, oh man, they're sharks and they're going to stay. Fuck, you can give me a job and I don't have to do all this fucking, but yes, that's worth 5% or $5 an hour out of my 25. As long as your net pay is worth it per hour, what the fuck do you care? So I'm kind of a big fan of the recruiters. Now, are they going to get you a job? It's like a matchmaking service. Are they going to get you a job? No, there's no guarantee. But they that's their specialty. That's their field. They already got contacts. So it's like setting you up. Well, they got contacts for girls. Like, it's just lunch. They have for every one woman, there's 5 guys. It's fractional reserve dating. And you might get one of those girls. You just might. Yay, the honor. So, recruiters. And then, finally, I would say social media is I think, because that's like the real natural network. So you gotta go network. And you don't remember this, but in the 80s and the 90s, I'm sure they still have them now. They'd have job fairs or networking events. at the Carlson School of Management, and the reason you've never heard of that school is because you actually have heard of only the good ones. The Carlson School is a shitty one that's from Minnesota. That's where I went. Literally, they call them networking events, and you would go in different. I don't even think there were jobs. I think it was just these baby boomer, middle management, senior management fucks that wanted to see younger people dance and suck their cock. I think that's really what it was. They wanted to see kids grovel. They found it entertaining. They probably got some free food. They might have poached one or two people out of the whole, but it was just a big ass kiss fest. And it was horrible. You want to talk about a waste of fucking time? I'd rather fill out a Talio brass ring application than go to a fucking networking event where you're like, yeah, I want to work for you because you're going to pay me. I don't give two flying fucks who the hell you are because I need to pay back my student loans. So if we can dispense with these formalities that are completely unnecessary, where, so, are you a Sigma Sigma Chi? Ha ha ha! Yes, me and I'm a Sigma Sigma Phi myself. The thing they fucking do with their fucking shake, and they slap their dicks together. I don't know. And then you never talk about the job. You're like, dude, I don't know what this is about. I'm not here to talk about Sigma Sigma Chi. I'm here because I'm starving, frankly, and I got training in a field that would be of benefit. You can't be that literal. No, it was this complete unnecessary, tribalistic, ritualistic, like religion kind of exercise. What do they call it? It's not. It's like the total opposite. It's like singing hymns. It doesn't do anything. Or singing these chants. Or the fucking pastor reads it, then you read. I was always say. He gonna go ga ga. He go ga ga ga. And then it's like, okay, can we get to the fucking sermon? And that's like the only 10 minutes of the fucking whole service that's of any value. And it's the same thing with networking. There's like, it's all this unnecessary rituals. That's what it's, rituals that do nothing. It never gets down to business. So that's what we had to endure in the 80s and the 90s. And that's completely inefficient. Now, I think social media, even if it isn't intended to get a job, but your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, I think if you just post this thing saying, hey, I'm looking for a fucking job, does any of you know out there know? Shit, you come to, I've actually had more success, like if you know someone who's got a sizable blog, especially if you're either a recruiter or an employee, I've actually matched a couple people up with people looking for jobs. So I think, like, if you're in with a blogger, say, hey, can you post something saying I'm looking for a job or I'm offering a job, and I've had much more success with that because everyone's aligned, especially I think it's more because we're male and we're conservative and libertarian and free market and we're more mature. We want to get our fucking shit done, and that's how we match up real good. But it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Instagram. Glenn Cameron says I gotta get in Instagram. I don't know what that is. It's another fucking thing I gotta do. I think that's the way to go. Now, LinkedIn, that is obviously the career purposely driven, career-oriented website that is social media. And I think that is also a way to go, because I think more and more younger people who are going to dispense with this baby boomer bullshit of, would you like a job? Well, zip! Can you do this? I think Gen X, I think the millennials, those that are competent enough to work, they're going to go LinkedIn and online, because it's not efficient. It's not efficient to do these archaic, pointless, meaningless, horrendously inefficient rituals of Talio brass ring, networking and all that. So if you could do the social networking online, set up LinkedIn, and another thing, I hate to say it, that's going to take time. It's going to take time, like blog or your YouTube or whatever, to grow enough that your web is big enough you're going to catch different job offers. So there is no right answer, but what I would recommend, what old Cappy recommends, is recruiters, depending on where you are career-wise, either apply locally at the local fuck shop and just get your food on the table, money, that kind of thing. But if you're going out of college, you got a little bit more skills. Online, LinkedIn, Facebook, don't relegate yourself to one place. Go wherever you can find the fucking job. Indeed.com, at least that's the one I use. Monster, maybe, I don't know, it's been years. But boy, don't waste your time with Brass Ring. Don't waste your time with Talio. If these companies even exist anymore, Lord knows they might have merged in the past 5 years again. I have not applied for a job in 5 years. And then online media, online social media, and yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I recommend. So I'm terribly sorry. I know it's horrible. It sucks, man. I fucking hate it. Fucking hated applying for jobs because of all the inferior, stupid people you got to wade through. And God Almighty, get into those fucking HR cunts. There's nothing more I hate than them. Seriously, there's very few things. I mean, they're up there with goddamn socialists. They're in the top 3 of the people I hate because they're just so evil and so inefficient, and they hold society back so much. But I would, yeah, just do that. But if you come up with something better, man, fucking do it, because as long as you get that job in the end, doesn't matter how you got there. Anyway, best of luck. Toodles.